Oh, what's up, Broncos country? How's it going tonight, guys? So we're back this week. We got a good show for you guys tonight. We're gonna go over, our way too early predictions of what we think the Broncos record could be, the whole AFC West's record could be, and just talk about each game individually and a few more things. But this week we got a guy in here, a guy that's been watching our show for a little bit. Clayton, how's it going, man? How you been?
Fantastic. How about yourself there, guys? And much appreciated for having me on the show over, my guys.
Sure. Welcome, Clayton.
Welcome, Clayton. Appreciate you being on. So, first thing, let's get into it. All right. First thing we want to know, Clayton, how did you become a Broncos fan?
Well, I'll keep it long story short because obviously it's a podcast. Well, because of an old girlfriend, actually. That's how I became a Bronco fan.
And you've been a Broncos fan for, you said, 20 years?
Yeah, so I think this will be my 21st year, I believe. Something like that. Yep.
All right, cool, man. Well, congratulations, and thank you for coming on to the show. So, tonight we're going to get into our way too early predictions for the Broncos, 2026 season. Now, yes, the schedule has not been released yet, but we're going to go over each games individually, and we're going to talk about them and, give our final record tally for the AFC West and for the Broncos. So, let's get started. For the first one, I want to jump in and say Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I want to get
Eddie, you're breaking up.
Yeah, he getting muffled.
Eddie, you still there?
Sorry about that, guy. Can you guys hear me?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry
I hear
about
you.
that. But
Absolutely.
anyway, what's your guys' thoughts on the Broncos facing the Kansas City Chiefs this year? We swept them last year, one time without Mahomes. But what are your thoughts? Mohamed, I'll let you go first, and then we'll let Clayton go, and then I'll go last. But what are your thoughts, Mohamed?
I mean, Eddie, they don't stand a chance. I mean, even if Mahomes was playing the way their team is, I don't see them beating us at all. And now I'm 100% sure he's not probably going to play the first game, maybe on the second game, but he's not ready. He's not going to be 100%. He's going to take him a while to come back from that injury. So I do not fear them at all. They don't scare me at all. So I could see us sweeping them easily.
What about you, Clayton?
I 100% agree, my guy. 100%. We got talent on all sides of the boards. Our new pickup, our new additions, and our D being D and Bo being Bo. I think we'll be just peachy.
Yeah, I do too. In all honesty, man, like we swept them last year, and Mohamed knows my take on this. I don't think Mahomes is going to be back until at least halfway through the season next year, depending on where we get scheduled to play them this year. Like a lot of people say, oh, he'll be back by the start of the season. Other people say, oh, it'll be a few weeks. Dude, he tore his ACL and his LCL in week 15 last year. There's no way he's going to be back before like week 8 or week 9. And even if he is, he's not going to be playing worth a crap. So, but yeah, I agree too. I think the Broncos sweep the Chiefs this year personally. And Mohamed knows I hate them more than any other team in the NFL. But with that said, let's move on to the Chargers. Now, this year we got the Chargers. Last year we split with them. We went 1-1, of course. The second time we played them, we beat them. It was week 18, and they didn't have Justin Herbert out there. They didn't have their starters. They were sitting their starters. They didn't have their starting tackles the first time we played them. But we barely lost to them the first game, 23-20, I believe was the final score. But this year, I don't know, man. I feel like another year with Bo Nix, and now that we got Jalen Waddle, I see things a bit differently. Mohamed, what do you think about the Chargers? Do you think we sweep them or split with them this year again?
Well, Eddie, they don't scare me. They are not going to make it easy on us, but I could actually see the Broncos sweeping them as well. Like I said, it might be like a close game, but I don't really see them beating the Broncos, Eddie. Like their O-line was all like they had injury in the O-line last season. I know their guys are really going to be coming back, but how good are they going to be? Their running game, they were trying to figure it out. They haven't because of the O-line. Like I said, Eddie, it's just like the Chiefs. I'm not really worried about the Chargers at all. Like I don't see them as a threat to the Broncos, so I could see us sweeping them easily.
Clayton, what about you?
Well, so far, so good. We're 2 for 2, my guy. I believe we have a sweep too. They're a very underrated team, I think, but because they do got a lot of talent in Justin Herbert, and then they do got some people that can ball. But I truly think we'll take game 1. I think maybe a touchdown or 2, and I think game 2 it's going to come down to the wire again. So I think we get the sweep.
Yeah, I think we're going to split with the Chargers this year. Honestly, Chargers are good. Like Mohamed knows my feelings on this. Jim Harbaugh is a good coach, but I don't think he's as good as Sean Payton. Herbert, I'm sorry, he's not as good as Bo Nix. Bo Nix is better than Herbert. And I actually was arguing with someone about this earlier today because they're like, Herbert's been in the league. He's done all these. I'm like, yeah, but he's never won a playoff game. He's never made it past like the divisional round in the playoffs. I'm like, Bo Nix did that in year 2. So, but I do believe the Broncos will split with the Chargers. I think they're going to be. I don't think the Chiefs are going to be an issue this year, and I think the Chargers are going to be that thorn in our side. And I think it's going to come down between us and them to win the division this year. But with that said, like I said, I think the Broncos split with them, and I do think the Broncos are probably going to take the division this year. But anyway, let's move on to the Raiders. So the Raiders, we got 2 games. Last year we swept them. Now, last year, honestly, I know they're the Raiders, and Mohamed hates them more than any other team in the NFL. But I hate to say it, but I think they're going to be better this year. They're going to have Kirk Cousins as probably depending on when we play them, they're going to have Kirk Cousins or Mendoza out there. And Clint Kubiak, I think, is going to be a better coach than Pete Carroll at this stage in Pete Carroll's career. And I think Mendoza and Kirk Cousins are going to be a better quarterback at the time whenever we play them, whoever it is, than Geno Smith is. But with that said, Mohamed, what are your thoughts?
I think we are going to sweep the Raiders, Eddie. They're not ready. They have a ton of talent, and I honestly think that they're going to be a lot better than people think because of the talent that they have. And the quarterbacks are decent. Especially if you're getting Kirk Cousins in there. With the with the running back and the tight end and stuff. He's going to be decent. So I don't think they're going to be as bad as people might think the Raiders are. But I could see that we can sweep them easily. I don't think they're an issue at all. Go ahead, Clayton.
Clayton, what about you?
They're actually just like Mohamed said, they're very underrated and they have a lot of talent. You just got to eventually mesh and put all that talent together, which I think later on down the road they will. I personally think they're going to win 5-6 games, maybe a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I truly do. May come down to the wire, but we're going for the clean sweep again. We're going for the sweep here.
I agree. I think we sweep the Raiders. Like, even with Kirk Cousins, Mendoza, Clint Kubiak, I mean, they upgraded that defense really good this year. They got 2 really good inside backers. They're probably, I don't know, it could still happen that Max Crosby gets traded, but right now I'm going to say it doesn't. I think the Raiders are going to keep him because I don't think they're going to get what they want out of him, which is, and it's not going to happen now after what the Ravens did to him. Like, thanks, Ravens. I guess screwing them over was great for us because now they're not going to get 2 first-round picks. And they upgraded their offensive line. So I think they'll be a little harder, but I think Kubiak in his first season as head coach, I think he might struggle a little. So we'll just we'll have to wait and see what happens. But
you know what, Eddie? I really wanted him out of the division.
Absolutely, for sure.
To do with him, man. He's always giving us trouble.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's still possible. It's still possible he gets traded. It's just the Raiders ain't going to get what they thought they were going to get. Like, I think before the Ravens offered up 2 1s, I think the next best offer was the Cowboys. They were offering up a 1 and a 2. And if the Raiders want to be difficult, he's like, no, we want 2 1s. No team's going to give them 2 1s now. So he might stay on here. So, but with that said, before we move on to the next teams that we got a couple of comments here, which, sorry guys, I can't post these up tonight. I don't have permissions to do that. But I'll do my best. But anyway, we got one here from Ernie Mays. He says, "Go Broncos country." He says hello to all 3 of us. Thank you, Ernie. Really appreciate it, man.
Thanks, what up, Ernie?
Got another one here from Ernie. He says Broncos are 15-2 and 0 regular season. I hope that happens. That'd be awesome.
That'd be nice.
One time, like a team, like usually when a team wins 14 games, Usually the next year they, kind of regress a little. They lose a little bit more. But if they go 15-2 and win one extra game, I'm not going to complain. They'll definitely be winning the AFC again. Ernie in here with another one says, I hate all 31 teams equally. Understandable. I get that. My wife's an Eagles fan, so I gotta do that. And all my kids, like all the other teams, they were kind of like me as a kid, where they just like whatever logo they like the best. I got some kids that like the Dolphins. I got some kids that like the Panthers, and some kids that like the Jaguars. So they like all the cat teams. I guess it's just the way kids are, I guess. And then we got another one here from Ernie. It says, we go 6-0 against the AFC West. I mean, I'm not like I got the Broncos losing one AFC West game against the Chargers. But like you guys said, you got them sweeping the division, it sounds like. Both of you. I feel like they're going to drop. I think they're going to drop one to the Chargers. I really do. I think they're going to drop one to the Chargers. So I hate saying that, but the Chargers to me are going to be the thorn in the side of the Broncos this year.
Yeah.
So, but we'll start with our road opponents this year. And we'll go through each one of those teams and talk about those games and see what we think is going to happen in those games. The first game that we got on the road is against the team that beat us in the AFC Championship game last year. And I strongly believe, and I'm sure all of Broncos country strongly believes, that Bo Nix was playing, we make the Super Bowl. But, Mohamed, what are your thoughts? Do you think we beat the Patriots?
Absolutely, Eddie. You know why they won't last like that game? I mean, if Bo Nix played, because he did not really do much. We beat ourselves, really. If it wasn't for the turnovers, we'll be in it. So it's going to be – I know Bo Nix is going to be fired up for that game too, man. The whole team is, so can't wait. Yeah, we're winning that. We win that game.
Clayton, what about you?
We win the game. I think Bo will come back. Got the running game. We just got a long season ahead of us, but we really, really need to pound that rock. I think if we do that, I think we're going to go a lot of places.
Yes.
But yes, that's going to be a win for us.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a win too, because I think Bo Nix is going to I know it's not the same type of game. It's not the AFC Championship game, but he's going to look at that and be like, you know what? I know for a fact that if I was there, we kill the Patriots. And Mohamed knows my feelings on this. Like, if it wasn't for that one stupid mistake by Jarrett Stidham by throwing the ball backwards, the Broncos win that game.
Yep.
The Patriots weren't scoring. Other than that, they got really good field position. They were able to score. And it just really ticks me off. And plus, that draft class, the 2024 draft class, has been in the league. This is going on to its third year now. And Bo Nix has not played a single quarterback from that class. I think he was supposed to play, what was it, Jaden Daniels last year, but Jaden Daniels was hurt. Then Bo Nix and Drake May were supposed to play in the championship game. Bo Nix was hurt. I want to see Bo Nix play one of these quarterbacks from that class, and I think it's going to be Drake May, because I'm pretty sure that's the only quarterback he plays from the 2024 class this year.
We don't play the Bears this season, Eddie, at all?
We don't play the Bears. We don't play the Vikings. We don't play.
That would have been a good game.
So
absolutely. Yes, it would. Yep.
Yeah.
That would have been an offense.
Go ahead.
That would have been an offensive, like you said. I think it would have been punch for punch for punch.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been them scoring, our defense maybe stop them, get a touchdown. I think it would have been a back and forth game.
Yeah.
All the other quarterbacks, I think, that were in that class were all in the NFC, and we don't play none of those teams this year. Unless we play either the Commanders, the Bears, the Falcons, or the Vikings in the Super Bowl, then we're not playing none of those other quarterbacks this year. So,
darn. No, it's okay.
But I'm fine with it. I think I think Bo Nix is going to kill Drake May this year. I don't care if it's in England. But anyway, let's see. The next team we got is the New York Jets. We played these guys, I believe, the last 6 or 7 years in a row. Mohamed, what are your thoughts to this game? And the last 2 times we played them, it was really close. But go ahead, Mohamed.
Yeah, they don't scare me at all. Like I'm not being even waste. I don't see that should be an easy game for the Broncos. Seriously.
Clayton, what about you?
I think barely, but at the end of the day, a win's a win. I think we're gonna pull it off because they got a little bit of talent. I mean, expect a win. You want an easy win, but sometimes it's a hard fought game all the way until the fourth quarter. It's going to be a close game, and we get the dub.
We get to play Geno Smith again. just imagine that. Well, it depends too. I think where the Jets draft this year, Mohamed. Are they pick 2? I think.
It's pretty high, but I don't know
I think
which
2.
one. It's a high pick.
Yeah.
They got
They got I think the second one and the 16th overall pick, and there's a lot of talk about them taking Ty Simpson at pick 16. So it could be Ty Simpson we play against if they take him this year. Who knows?
If they're smart, they'll hold off until next season to get a quarterback, I think.
Yeah, they
absolutely.
said this draft.
I agree.
Yeah.
They said this draft class this year as a whole is not that great. It really isn't. I think that's another reason why the Broncos weren't, worried about trading that first overall or that first round and that third round pick this year to get Jalen Waddle. This draft class, a lot of people are saying it's bad. It's not very good. But as far as the Jets, I agree. I think it's going to be another low-scoring game because when we play the Jets, it always freaking is. It's like a game where the Broncos are leaps and bounds better than the Jets, but they still wind up coming close to beating us every single time. And you're like, what are you guys doing?
Just let them hang. That's the problem. You can't let teams hang. You got to put them away.
No, man. No. Put them away. Put them away.
Absolutely.
All it takes is one mistake, and it can turn the whole game. But I think the Broncos beat them. So far, let's see. You guys got 1, 2, or let's see. You got 6, 7. You guys got the Broncos at 8 wins so far, and we're not even halfway through the schedule.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I got them so far at 7-1. I got them at 7-1 so far. The next one we got is the Arizona Cardinals. Mohamed, take it away.
Yeah, it's like the Jets. There's no fear from the Cardinals, honestly. They might compete a little bit, but as far as beating the Broncos, it's not going to happen.
Clayton?
I totally agree with Mohamed again. They're not going to give us our run for their money, but they're low key. They do got some talent on both sides, and they can ball too. But I truly think all said and done that it's going to be a defensive game, and we'll win it.
I think the Broncos are going to win that too, only for the fact I have no idea who the Cardinals quarterback is going to be. They got the 3rd overall pick this year, and again, I don't see any team taking Ty Simpson that high. Like the only thing, so who's their quarterback going to be this year? Is it going to be what's his name? Jacoby Brissett?
Probably.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Jacoby Brissett's like John Elway or anything, or he's not even freaking. I would say Nick Foles, but he's a solid quarterback.
Yeah, he can ball, man. He definitely can ball. I think so.
So I'm not going to sit here and say that they're not going to have a solid quarterback. It's just, and I do agree with you, Clayton. That they do have a solid defense. They got some good players on that defense. They got some good weapons. They got Ray McBride. They got Michael Wilson. They got Marvin Harrison. Running game for them don't really scare me much. I mean, I'm not really scared of James Conner, but it just I do believe the Broncos are going to win that game, but it's going to be I think it'll be a hard fought battle because even last year the Cardinals, when they played good teams, they fought them hard. It's going to be kind of like the Jets, only the Cardinals are good. They have a solid roster compared to the Jets. Next up, we got the San Francisco 49ers. Mohamed, what do you think is going to happen in that game?
Oh, okay. So, honestly, Eddie, it could go either way. It's not going to be an easy game for the Broncos, especially if we have to go over there and play them. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter, I think. But I can see the Broncos pulling a win over there. Fourth quarter.
Clayton, what about you?
I think that's going to be one of the funner games to watch. I truly do. I think it's going to be a battle because like they have a pretty good defense, not as good as ours, but their defense is pretty good. They have a solid offense. I mean, top 5 offense, I believe. But I think our defense at the very, very end of that game, I think our defense is going to win the game.
So right now, you guys got the Broncos sitting at 10-0. Just let you know. And these are all the away games.
Absolutely.
These are all the away games I'm going over first, and I'm going to go over the home games. So we got one in here from Keith. He's like, "Will Kaepernick be playing?"
Probably every year somebody got to bring him up.
Oh,
Right?
cheaper.
Yeah. You're going to see a headline tomorrow. Cardinals sign Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick. What? That'd be freaking hilarious.
Hasn't been like 10 years since he's been out the league or more? More than 10 years, right?
It's been a minute.
It was either 2016 or 2017 was his last season.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But for the 49ers, for me, I think we lose that game. I think San Francisco's got a good defense. I think that – I mean, I know they don't really have a whole lot of great weapons on offense, but, I mean, the draft's still coming up. Didn't they add Mike Thomas? Yeah, they added Mike Thomas. So they still got Christian McCaffrey. They still got George Kittle. Like, I'm going to go ahead and say the Broncos on the road and San Francisco take an L here. So I got them sitting so far. I think what is it? 8. Wait, I got them sitting at 8-2 right now. You guys got them 10-0. I got them at 8-2. Next up, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mohamed, what are your thoughts on this game?
Oh, okay. Eddie, who's their quarterback again?
They're waiting for Aaron Rodgers. If not,
I guess it's on hold.
I thought he was going to retire or something.
If it's not him, it's that guy they drafted last year. I forgot what his name was.
Okay. I mean, they're pretty talented, Eddie. I mean, I'm not, it's probably like the game against the 49ers, maybe not as good as the 49ers, but they do have talent. So they're really going to give us trouble. They're not going to make it easy, but I could see the Broncos pulling a win. 11-0. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Clayton, what about you?
I got to rock with you, man. We going 11-0. They have talent all around the board. They got help on defense a little bit, but that's an older defense. I think with our receivers and our fast flying and running the ball, that's how we win that game. So 11-0.
To be fair, a lot of the teams that we play on the road this year are not very good. Like two of the teams, which was the Steelers, and I'll talk about the next one here in a minute, were both first place in their divisions last year. The Steelers and the next team we'll talk about. But the Steelers, I think we win that game. I do. Like, I don't know what's going on. They got a new coach and Mike McCarthy there. It's not, what was his name? Mike Tomlin. And Aaron Rodgers, like, he's holding them hostage again. He said throughout the year that he wasn't going to draw this out this year, and now he is. And it's like,
he just needs to retire. Like, come on, Aaron Rodgers. Come on, dude.
If I was the Steelers, I wouldn't even be like, you know what, Aaron, we don't want you back. Just get out of here. We're just going to go and get a quarterback in the draft somewhere. Or go sign like a Russell Wilson or something. Bring him back. Because at least then you got your quarterback in the room and he's not going to pull this crap on you. Hell, bring Justin Fields back. Just do something. Go out there and get yourself a quarterback and just bring him in and have him in. Like I said, I would bring it. If I was the Steelers, I'd bring in Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. He's already been in the system. Well, he's been with the team, not this new system, but he's been on the team. And at least he knows the area. He knows the team. He knows the players and stuff on the team. I would just bring him in and be like, all right, we'll just ride with him this year. I'm not going to let a freaking 42-year-old quarterback hold my team hostage. I ain't doing all that. So, but yeah, I think the Broncos win that game. And the Broncos, what do I got them sitting at now? 9-2? Yeah, 9-2. I got the Broncos sitting at. The last one, which I know what you guys are going to say to this game because I know what I'm going to say to this game. And they were first place in their division last year, but their division's the worst division in football, and that is the Carolina Panthers. Mohamed, what are your thoughts?
Eddie, I was really impressed with them last season, especially towards the end when they actually made a push went to the playoffs, and that was a pretty close game. I forgot who were they playing.
The Rams.
Forgot. Is that I think yeah.
They
Was
beat
it
the
Rams?
Rams last year.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like their first playoff game. I forgot who it was against.
Oh,
It was pretty close. It got close, but then
was it the Eagles?
maybe.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But yeah, like they're decent. They're not
It was the
bad.
Rams.
But,
It was the Rams. The Rams
Was it
beat
Rams?
them in the playoffs. Yeah, the Rams beat
Yeah.
them in the playoffs.
so they were like decent, but they're not as good as the Broncos, obviously. So we get a win again. So 12-0. Keep it going.
Clayton, what are your thoughts?
I think that's gonna be a really tight game. I think they're really gonna make a run for our money because, there's no shame in nobody's game. They have both sides of the ball. They have a decent defense. They have a workable offense that can get down and score. But yeah, we take it because of Bo Nix. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say we win that game. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's gonna be a tight game too because it's the Panthers are good. I think they are. Like Bryce Young showed me some stuff last year. Now, I know they probably need another receiver. They need some more defensive help. Honestly, even though their defense was good last year, I think they're going to be. I think they're losing. They lost a few key pieces this offseason. They lost Rico Dowell. I don't think they re-signed him. Did they, Mohamed? I don't think they re-signed Dowell.
No, I think he went to somebody else. I think someone else does.
Did he go to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, somebody else signed him up. I don't think he stayed.
He went
So
north. He went somewhere. The Steelers keep popping into my mind, but I could be wrong.
Because that was one of the last ones left that I thought the Broncos might approach, but didn't happen.
But they'll need to get another running back for sure. But I think the Broncos take that. They've been kicking the Panthers' ass for the last 10 years, so why stop now?
11 years or something like that. Yeah.
But now let's move on to the home games. We already did all the divisional games. You guys got the Broncos sitting at 12-0 right now. I got them sitting at 10-2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There you go, Mohamed.
The first home game that they got on the list here is the Buffalo Bills. Mohamed, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I think they get the revenge in this game, Eddie. I think the Broncos will drop one. So 12-1.
Got taking their first loss.
Gotta lose. Gotta lose one game. So yeah. No one's to feel ourselves so much. Yeah. Go ahead, Clayton.
I'm in a pickle, gentlemen. I'm in a pickle. No. Revenge, I think yes. But all said and done, we have offense. I think it's going to get better in drafts and picks. But I truly think our defense is going to stack up again. And Bo Nix is going to win it in the last couple minutes. And we get in that dub. I truly think it's defense and Bo Nix is going to win that game.
All right. So, Mohamed, you got them 12-1. He's got them 13-0 right now. And I am going to go ahead and say Bills ain't coming to Denver and beating the Broncos. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. Like, Josh Allen, I like him, but DJ
absolutely,
Moore,
yes.
What's your record now, Eddie? 11-2?
Yeah, I got them at 11-2.
11-2, okay.
They're gonna crush the Bills. Like, I don't care. Like, Surtain's gonna be like, who's this ball across? He's a wide receiver 2, not a wide receiver 1. Like, give me a challenge. Like, that's what it's gonna be. So I do agree that the defense is gonna stack up. They're gonna shut down Josh Allen. He ain't gonna come in I almost went to that game last year, and I could tell you, talking to a friend of mine, he said that stadium was rocking and had Josh on his heels the entire
absolutely.
time.
Yep.
So, it was a good game. That was a good game. Yeah.
You don't think that and hell, I might go to this game. I might go. Either this one or the Chiefs game at home. Like, if hopefully Mahomes is playing by then. I'm gonna probably go to this game, and I'm gonna be making that stadium rock. And we're gonna fucking put Josh Allen on his heels. Excuse my language, but
hey, Clayton. So I got to tell you this, man. Eddie always have to show off because he's in Denver. He's always got to remind me that at any moment he can go to any game. Just so you know. Go ahead, Eddie. Continue.
Hey, you come out here.
I got that group. I got that good vibe, though. I got that good vibe, my guy. But we still love you.
Hey, Mohamed, you said you're coming out this year. Maybe the Bills game we
I
can go
will.
to together.
I will, man. I got to do it. Got to do it, man.
I got to do it too. What game? I'm not sure yet, but I got to do it, man. I got to.
Yeah, let's make it happen, man. We'll figure it out.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
The next game we got is the Miami Dolphins at home. Mohamed, I know you're probably gonna laugh at this, but what are your thoughts on the Broncos playing the Dolphins here at home after that monstrosity a few years ago? What are your thoughts?
They're not going to stand a chance, Eddie. I think it's going to be a blowout. That's what I think is going to happen.
Clayton, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, another win. Just another win. It's going to be a rounded. I think we're going to have a great running day as usual. I think our receivers are going to be hot. Bo Nix is going to use his legs a little bit, and we got a dub again.
So, Mohamed, what are you sitting at right now? You're sitting at 12-1.
No, 13-1.
13-1. Clayton's at 14-0. And
You're only 12-2.
I'm at 12-2 because the Broncos are going to win this game. The Dolphins literally have nothing, and this is going to be Jalen Waddle's revenge game. You don't think
Absolutely,
you don't think
yes.
Sean Payton, Davis Webb, and Jalen Waddle and Bo Nix added to that list are going to let Jalen Waddle go ham on this team? Considering the fact the last time we played the Dolphins, what was the score, Mohamed?
Oh my God, I don't even want to think about it.
It was
like
I'll say it 70-0. This team is literally rebuilding. Like, if there was ever a definition of rebuilding, you would take the 2026 Miami Dolphins picture and put it in the dictionary as rebuilding for an NFL franchise, because that's exactly what they're doing. We're going to kill them. I want Sean Payton and Davis Webb to put up 80 freaking points on this team this year.
Yeah.
In Denver.
It's doable, Eddie.
I want them to put up 100 points. I know that's
doable.
unrealistic, but I'm just saying. I want them to freaking just crush them. I don't want them to get a single point, and I want the Broncos to score. Even if it's 50-0, I'll be happy with that. So, and Jalen Waddle is probably going to go off for like almost 200 yards and like probably 3 touchdowns or something, because he's going to get his revenge game and he's going to eat that game. I guarantee you that. So I got the Broncos winning that game and going to, 12-2? Yeah, 12-2. Next game up, this one's going to be a good one, I think, and it's probably going to be a really tough one, even though it's at home. The Los Angeles Rams. Mohamed, what are your thoughts?
I don't know, Eddie. I think they lose this one. I think that's going to be a second loss for the Broncos. 13-2.
13-2. All right. Clayton, what about you?
Yeah, it's a dub, man. That truly is.
I hate to say it, but I think the Broncos are going to fall to the Rams here.
All right.
I think the Rams are really, really good. They're literally going all in this year. I think this is probably going to be Matt Stafford's last year, and I think the Rams are going to pull out all the stops. And honestly, I want to thank the Rams here for a minute. Going back, 4 years ago? Thanks to them, they got Hackett fired and got Sean Payton. So,
absolutely, yes.
If us taking a loss now will pay that debt, I'm fine with it. But I think the Rams beat us here in Denver. It's going to be a hard-fought game. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Rams take it, because the last 2 games, you guys are going to be surprised. So the next game we got at home is against the defending Super Bowl champions, the Seattle Seahawks. Mohamed, what are your thoughts?
Oh man, so definitely a tough one, Eddie. Playing at home, I do think we pull off a win, Eddie. It's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be a close game, down like maybe to the wire, maybe in the fourth quarter, last 2 minutes. Bo Nix is clutch again, and he goes down and score, and we win the game. But it's going to be a very tough game for the Broncos.
So you got the Broncos winning that game?
Yep.
What is your record so far, Mohamed?
13-2. 14 and 2.
14. Okay. Clayton, what about you?
Whew, again, huh? I think it's going to be a nail biter all the way to the end. But Sean Payton, the mastermind, I think we're going to let our running backs eat, and they're going to eat all game long, and they're going to chew up the clock and make him sit. You got to make a good quarterback sit down, and which we will, and we pull off that dub. 14-0.
Ooh, Clayton's up there, man. He really getting at it.
I mean, it is what it is, but yep. Like you said, we all got our opinion, which is cool to hear. And everybody, it's. I love hearing everybody's thoughts, and but it's football. We gotta love it.
Oh yeah. For me, like the last couple of times we played the Seahawks, this ain't including the Super Bowl. This is the 2 times. Like I think what was it, 2022? We opened the season with them in Seattle, and then 2024 we opened the season in Seattle. Now they got to come to Denver and play the Broncos. And this ain't a rookie Bo Nix anymore. This is a Bo Nix that is a lot of people are talking about. He is a franchise, great quarterback, elite quarterback, in my opinion. You're in Denver.
Absolutely.
I am not going to be a hypocrite and sit here and say, Mohamed, I've said this entire offseason so far, that I was like, if the Broncos would have had Bo Nix in the championship game, they beat the Patriots, and I believe they go to the Super Bowl, and they beat the Seattle Seahawks. My mind does not change. They're coming to Denver. We crushed the Seahawks. We finally get that win that, in my opinion, would make up for the Super Bowl. Maybe not fully, but it would make up for some of that Super Bowl loss in the last 2 times we played them in Seattle. We get them here in Denver, and we get to play them, and I think we beat them. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, last year, who was the first team to beat the defending Super Bowl champions who were undefeated in their house? Who was the first team to do that last year, Mohamed?
Denver Broncos, Eagles, right?
Denver Broncos. We beat the Eagles in Philadelphia week 4 or 5, I believe it was. Defending Super Bowl champs, they were undefeated. We beat their ass in their house. And I see it happening here. And the game's in Denver. Seattle's not coming in here and beating us. I think the Broncos win that game, and I think, like Clayton said here, I think they run the ball and they're effective. And, I mean, I'm not really scared of the run game. I know they still got Charbonnet or whatever his name is, but they ain't got Kenneth Walker no more, which I'm not really worried about Kenneth Walker either. But I got the Broncos. I think, what is it now, Mohamed? What do I got them sitting at? I think 13-2? Or, no, 13-3. I'm sorry. I got the Broncos sitting at 13-3 right now. And the last game of the season, this is a team that we played last year in Denver, and we lost. Jacksonville Jaguars. That was the game I went to, and I was really hoping me being there they would win, but they didn't. They let me down. But Mohamed, what are your thoughts on this game?
Eddie, for some reason, after that game, I just developed this hatred for the Jacksonville Jaguars for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't care for them now. Definitely not to the level of the Raiders, but yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's not gonna be easy on the Broncos, but the Broncos gonna get their revenge on this game. They're gonna beat the Jaguars. Hopefully by a couple of scores.
Clayton, what are your thoughts on this game?
Sweeping it. We're winning it. I think all dividends. Defense steps up. I think it will. Offense steps up. Yep. We run the ball. We got to keep them sitting down. So we will run the ball, and we win.
So Clayton's got the Broncos going undefeated this season.
Absolutely, I do. This is my first time in 20 years. Yep, it is. But yes, I do.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with that. They go undefeated, man. Hopefully they can pull off the 72 Dolphins look and win the Super Bowl and go undefeated. That'd be awesome.
Oh man, absolutely.
Mohamed, what's your record with them now?
15-2. 15-2.
Okay. Now this game to me decides whether the Broncos go 12-4 or 13-4 or 14-3.
14. Ouch. Oh, Excuse me.
And I'm going to say right now, like again, I'm not trying to rub this in, but I went to that game last year and I was so freaking PO'd that we lost. But on the other hand, I was kind of happy we lost. Only for the simple fact I was like that Broncos team was riding high. They needed a loss. They needed to have something like that, a little bit of, like that little bit of blockage in their way to, where they can rebound. They were winning. They really needed a loss to kind of rebound, be like, okay, we're not invincible. We can lose.
Yep.
So we just need to work on some things. I was happy with the loss, but I was also mad about the loss because it just ruined our, perfect, run there at the end of the season. And
Yep.
honestly, it scared me a little bit because the Jaguars were right up there with us in record. Like they could have had the tiebreaker over us too. They could have had the 1 seed, and we would have had to go to Jacksonville to play them if we would have played them again in the playoffs. But with all that said, the Broncos are kicking the Jags' ass this year. They're getting their revenge. I have no doubt in my mind. That game last year, I feel like Bo Nix and the Broncos, they were just, I think they were wore out. They were, because I think that was right before, if I remember right, Mohamed, I think that was right after or right before their bye, or right around that, or regardless if it was or not, I think they were just wore out. Just so much winning, like they were just like, they probably took their foot off the gas a little bit, and they just kind of just went through the game and didn't really play that well. But I got the Broncos winning that game, and the Broncos finished with the same record they had last year, 14-3. And we'll talk about, but that's where I got the Broncos. Mohamed, quick take. We're at 42 minutes. What do you see the rest of the division looking like? What do you like? Just throw out some numbers. What do you think the records are going to be of the Chargers, Raiders, and Chiefs this year? And what order do you think they're going to be in their standings wise?
Okay, so the Chargers, I could see them winning 10, 11 games, something like that, somewhere around there. The Chiefs, I don't see Mahomes coming back anytime soon. So by the time he comes back, let's say he comes back week 9, week 10, maybe they win 4 games or something. I don't think the Chiefs are going to the playoffs this season, Eddie. So I give them 8 games, if that. They might win 8 games. Raiders, I sort of agree with Clayton. Maybe 4 or 5 games if they see them winning. That's about it. Nothing
Okay.
more than that.
Clayton, what about you?
Oh, kind of on the same page, but like you say, we all got our differences here. I got the Chargers coming in second place. I think I really truly think they're gonna make some hay because Justin Herbert, he's a stable quarterback. They got good coaching, decent defense. And I think I'm going to say 11, 12, maybe 13, maybe wins. That's kind of pushing it, but we'll just say about 11 or 12. Then I got the Chiefs. I got them winning about 6. I got about 7, 8 games. I don't know if they'll sneak in from the wild card. I'm not sure because they still have talent. But when you lose your quarterback like that, that's a big blow. It's huge. But I still think they're going to make a little bit of hay, maybe lucky games, maybe some uncalled or whatever it is. And then I got the Raiders, I think, winning 6, 7 games, maybe even 8, actually.
Okay.
Yep.
Me personally, I got the Chargers. I agree with you guys. I got the Chargers finishing second. I got them at 11 games. 11-6 is what I think they go this year. Because I'm sorry, I don't trust them. I don't care if it's Harbaugh. I don't care if it's Herbert. I mean, Herbert's a solid quarterback. Harbaugh is a solid coach. But they're choke artists. Until they prove me differently and they prove otherwise, they are choke artists, and they're never going to succeed at nothing. So I'm going to say 11-6, which I think is being generous. The Chiefs, I got going 9-8. Even after Mahomes returns, I just feel like, it's Andy Reid still. And I thought this past year was truly the last year for Kelsey. I thought it was the last year for Reid. Not the last year for Mahomes, but I figured Reid and Kelsey will retire after the 25 season. But I think 2026 season, I think this is the season where they try to go all in. And they're going to push. And like I said, Mahomes is going to be out for at least half the season this year. But they're still going to try to make a push. They're still going to try to, make it work. So they're going to go all out. They're going to throw everything they can out there onto the field. So I think with Mahomes out half the year and them doing that, I think they go 9-8. Raiders, 7-10. I think Kubiak is going to be a good coach. I think Kirk Cousins until Mendoza's ready. Even whenever he is ready, I think you got stability there at quarterback now. You got a little bit of stability on the offensive line. You got some stability on the defense. Now, that could change. Like, honestly, I'd say probably one or two of those wins I put, like 7 and 10. I'm only adding those on there because they still got Max Crosby. If he gets traded, drop 2 wins off that.
I agree.
think
Yes,
with
I would agree with that. Yes.
I still think they'll have stability at head coach and quarterback, but there's only like in this division with the Chargers, the Chiefs with Mahomes, the Chargers with Herbert, and the Broncos with Bo Nix, it's going to be hard. So I got the Broncos finishing first. I got the Chargers finishing second, Chiefs finishing third. Basically the same standings as last year. 2027 will be a different story. Like, we'll see what happens there. But I think the Chiefs in 2027 are going to take a major step back because I think that's when Kelsey and Reed retire. And that team's really going to take a shot. But so yeah, I got the Broncos finishing first, Raiders finishing fourth. Yay. But we're about 46 minutes now, guys. So let's move on to our next topic. We got through that. And I, honestly, with that 14-3 record, I think that the Broncos win the division, of course, and I think they become the 1 seed again. And this time, I think they make the Super Bowl this year. I really do.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bo his ankle stays healthy this time, I think we'll be good. But moving on to our next thing. Okay. So the Broncos got they got a bunch of depth at corner and they got a bunch of depth at wide receiver. Now, there's been rumors splashing around this offseason since, the Broncos have all that depth at corner and receiver that could the Broncos possibly trade a corner or wide receiver or both? Mohamed, I want to start with you, and I want you to, give your full take on what you think could happen with all this.
Well, Eddie, yes. I mean, it's pretty stacked, right? I mean, now especially the wide receivers. After we got Waddle, like, what do? We just have we got. It's a good problem to have for sure, but who might get traded as far as the wide receivers? Now, Sean Payton said that, and George Payton said they're not trading anyone, right? Whatever. I mean, come draft day. Exactly. I mean, they have to say that, I guess. But if somebody might get traded, for me, it's probably going to be Franklin. That's who I could see getting traded. As far as the wide receivers, now the cornerbacks, Eddie. Again, like I don't know what they're gonna do with Jay Byrne. You invested the first round pick on this guy. What are you gonna do? You're gonna have him sit again? And they went ahead and they kept McMillan, right? If they would trade somebody, for me, I could see Riley Moss getting traded. Eddie, it's hard for me to say that, but I mean, you're not trading McMillan. You're not gonna trade your first round pick, right? So if somebody's gonna get traded, it might be Riley Moss. I think. Oh, so
I said Surtain, but I was just joking.
Yeah, four first round picks, right? So yeah, so that's it's probably I could see Riley Moss being moved, and honestly, Eddie, Abram Drains is a good cornerback. Chris, he plays really well whenever we have an injury. So I could see us moving on from Riley Moss. Yeah, so those two. It could happen during the draft.
Clayton, what about you?
Very interesting. I like the question. It's like tough because you got your mind saying this, and you're. I mean, being a huge Bronco fan, like your mind says this, your gut says this, you're pulling this way, you're going the other way. I mean, that's what it's all about. But I personally think we're sitting pretty. I think we're going to wait for the draft and draft the best players available. And I truly think that we're going to keep them. We're going to keep our hometown boys. I truly do. Franklin, I mean, he stepped up last year. Can he do better? Absolutely, he can. Riley Moss, how do you throw it out there? I mean, you got PS2 on the other side. They're going to go your way 99.9999% of the time. I think he's got to clear up a little bit of penalties, but breakdown speed, tackle, blitz. I mean, I think he'll be all right. So I personally think we stay put. I'm going all out there. I think we stay put.
All right, cool. Personally, I don't think the Broncos are going to wind up trading anybody right now. They're not going to trade them before the draft. They're not going to trade them during the draft. And honestly, if the Broncos trade anybody, it's going to be during, like I said, I think it's going to be during training camp when there's like an injury or preseason when there's like an injury or something to a different team. But I see them trading 2.
Oof.
The reason why I say that is because like there's been a lot of talk. Like Riley Moss is due a contract extension after this year, I believe. He's not going to get one with Denver. Like the Denver Broncos have paid a lot of people. They've paid Zach Allen. They've paid PS2. They've paid Miners. They paid who was it? They paid Garrett Bowles. They paid Benito.
Yeah, Benito. Yep.
Cooper. They just paid Dobbins. They paid Cortland Sutton. They paid a lot of dudes over the last couple of years. I'm sure I'm missing one in there too somewhere. So I feel, and the fact that you say it yourself, Mohamed, it's like they drafted Jahdae Barron with the first round pick last year, and they got Chris Drain, who whenever he injury happens, he goes in, he plays well. Like he's that.
Oh,
good,
yeah, he does. Yes.
So I just think, yeah, you got an embarrassment of riches, but I'll finish my thoughts here, man. JC Weaver comes in. He's like, "What's up, guys? Hope you are having a great night. Any thoughts on drafting a returner and trading Marvin Mims at the?" I'm going to get to that. But I think Riley Moss is probably gone.
Oh, you guys are killing me. No, it's okay.
I love the guy, but like they got an embarrassment of riches at that spot, and they got to get Jahdae on the field more. They have to. Last year he was not on the field that much. They got to get him on the field. You can't pick a guy in the first round and just not hardly play him at all. And if you got Riley Moss in front of him, keeping him from getting snaps, like you're going to have to. And if you're not going to pay Riley Moss after this year, which I strongly don't think they're going to, because they paid all them guys and they're getting ready to pay Bo Nix. Like Bo Nix is eligible for a contract extension after this season. So I don't think they're going to pay Riley Moss. I think they're going to move on from him, and they're going to give Jahdae those snaps at the outside corner position opposite of Surtain and get him ready. So that's what I feel is going to happen. Now, that's my first pick. The second one, I've kind of went back and forth on this. And there's only 2 receivers I see getting traded. Sutton's not going anywhere. Of course, Jalen Waddle's not going anywhere. And in my honest, humble opinion, I don't even think Pat Bryant's going anywhere. So that leaves 2 guys. That leaves Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims. Troy Franklin still has, 24, 25. He's still got 2 years left on his deal, 26 and 27. Marvin Mims, his contract is up after this season. I feel like it's going to be him.
I love Mims. I hope that doesn't happen.
I'm saying that, guys. I trust me when I say I hate it. But
don't say it. I'm just kidding.
If they're not going to pay Marvin Mims this year or after this year, like you'd be best getting a pick out of him. Like if you want to keep him for the season and just let him walk at the end of next season, I'm fine. That's cool. But I feel like they're gonna want to try to get something. Maybe they trade him during training camp and preseason. Maybe they keep him half the season. They trade him at the trade deadline. I don't know. But I feel like Marvin Mims is gonna be that one out the door. And I hate saying it because I got his jersey.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah.
I hate saying it, but I feel like it's going to come down to him and Troy Franklin. And with Franklin still having 2 years left on his deal, and I know, like you said, Clayton, he really hasn't had that great of a year or a couple of years. He's had a lot of drops, but his connection with Bo Nix, I just don't think they're going to get rid of that. That's like Bo Nix's security blanket. You see it every game.
Yep, like, absolutely.
People say it's Sutton. I disagree. I think it's Troy Franklin because whenever Nix needs something, boom, he's going to Troy Franklin.
It's going to be Waddle soon, Eddie.
Well, maybe. I'm just saying, like, that Chiefs game last year, them 2 big plays that he needed down the sideline, dude, or down the field, who'd he go to? He went to Troy Franklin both times. So I think Marvin Mims is going to be the one to get traded. I hate saying it. It sucks, but.
Yeah, I love him.
I do too, man. I do too. I think they need it with web column plays. I think they're going to utilize Mims a lot more. I truly do. So I think he's going to open up the passing game for Mims, and for special teams, I like him for special teams.
I do too. That's
absolutely
that's his big thing is special teams.
Yep.
But let's see. We got a couple of comments here. Another one from JC Weaver. It says KAD deserves more opportunities. Yeah, I agree. He's just not going to get them. He's got too many people in front of him to get those opportunities. But what are your thoughts, Mohamed?
Yeah, he does. Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying, Eddie. I think Moss is gone. If you're not gonna pay him regardless, Eddie, if you're not paying him and you might get something in return, you might as well just do it. Seriously, that's what I think.
Especially if you got these young guys, and you got to get them more reps. Like I said, Jade
Yeah, I
Brown's
don't, it's not
probably on
like
the
I
field.
dislike Moss or anything. It's not that. It's just the reality of the game, right? It's just what's in front
No,
of us.
absolutely. I do got a little spin twister. What if we keep Moss? I'm just gonna throw it out there really quick if that's cool, guys. We keep Moss, we put the other guy on the corner, and we have Moss on the slot more. So instead of like pressing coverage, we get the other guy in there because, like you say, when he filled in, he did amazing. He did an outstanding job. So then maybe throw Moss.
You talking about putting Jade on the outside and Moss in the slot?
Almost if you need to, yes, or switch it up a little bit because ta- I think
It's a
Moss has
good
got a lot of
problem to
talent.
have. Yeah, I don't know they're gonna
Yes,
do
yes,
it. It's gonna
one
be
hundred
crazy.
percent, yes.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that because they brought back Jaquan McMillan. He ain't coming off
Yeah,
the field.
yep. No, I
You-
don't think so. No, but you got to sneak
that,
away to find Pete Moss.
I understand. Trust me, I get it. But that's
Oh,
what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
They got to get their first round pick on there. Surtain and McMillan, to me, they're not going nowhere. They're staying on the field. And
Yep.
that just leaves Riley Moss. And I mean, they'll probably have a competition, I'm sure, in camp. Like if Jade's not ready, then they'll probably keep Moss. But if Jade shows that, hey, I'm good, I'm ready to go, just get me out there.
Yep.
It's going to be what they have to do. And like JC Weaver here said, Weaver here said he's like, KD deserves more opportunities. He does, but he's not going to get them.
Absolutely.
The only way he's going to get him is if he goes. Now, could they get rid of, even if they get rid of KD or KAD, they're still going to have to get rid of Riley Moss because they're going to want to get Jade on the field. That's
Yep.
the issue. Like, you got a first round pick. I think, what was Riley? What was he, a third? I think Riley Moss.
Third round.
I think so. Yeah, he was a later round. Yeah, I personally love the guy, but that's just me.
If you're not going to pay him and he's a later round pick and you got a first round pick sitting on the bench that's eager to get out there and he's good, then you're going to have to. But
Clayton, that I think the officials just got it for him, like for some reason. So
Dude, I
does anything,
yeah.
they throw a flag. It's not his fault most of the time, but what can you do, right?
It's the name of the game, but I watched like a lot of them plays. I think about half of or maybe a quarter of them could have got shaved off because that's just straight up man to man. Dude, he played awesome defense. It's straight, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. But then you see the flag and we're like, oh darn.
And you can tell that he's like, what am I supposed to do? I can't even play corner now. Anything I do is throwing a flag. So
yes.
We got another one here from JC Weaver. He says, Sean Payton hates Mims. Follow the targets from last year. I don't think he hates Mims. I don't think that's the case. I think it's you had Sutton, you had Franklin, and they were trying to get Pat Bryant more involved. And Mims is just a really his best skill is returner. I mean, he was basically our burner last year. And that's the other thing too. That's another reason why I think Mims is gone is because Mims was our burner that gets down the field and torches guys. Now you got Jalen Waddle for that. You're not going to see much of Marvin Mims on the offense. And I doubt the Broncos are going to pay Marvin Mims. And Marvin Mims is going to want to be in Denver just to be a return guy. He's going to want to get touches on offense. And I don't think those just went drastically down. They're already down last year. They're going to go more down with Waddle here. So, but what are your thoughts to this, Mohamed? And I'll get your thoughts, Clayton.
Yeah, Eddie. I mean, I don't know if he actually does, if he dislikes him or anything, but I'm just hoping that if he does stay, if he doesn't get traded, because I love Mims, I hope he stays. I think Davis Webb is going to find ways to use him better, utilize him better. So, I would love to see what Davis Webb is going to do. And then I hope Sean Payton just leaves Davis Webb alone. Don't bother him. Let him do his thing, Go ahead, Clayton.
Clayton, what about you?
I 100% agree with you guys, or I should say you. I mean, it's a really good problem to have because it's been many years that we had this problem. We're always filling this, we're doing this. I mean, it's been a kind of a cluster mess, but it's nice going into the draft that very few little holes that we have to do, which it takes a lot of pressure off our team, in my opinion. But I think you give them the ball and the right opportunity. if you use him right, look in a couple of jet sweeps, that quick slant, and dude's got speed. I mean, he balled out. But there are other times, what are you doing, Mims? It's at the same time. So I think they utilize him a little bit more. And like I think you're spot on. Webb, Peyton, you can always jump in, but Webb, I think do your thing. Take a load off Sean Payton. Take take the talent you have and use it elsewhere, and I think it'd be even better for us. I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing too. There's only so much balls to go around. There's only so many targets to go around, and like I said, I think with Waddle here now, Mims' his targets are going to drop. His offensive, production, because he's not going to be on the field as much. They're going to want Sutton out there more. They're going to want Waddle out there. They're going to want Franklin. Like last year, they were trying to get Pat Bryant on the field more and more. Sean was, and I mean, I don't know if that changes or if it stays the same, or if they get Pat Bryant on there more because of Davis Webb calling plays. But it's like you ain't got enough targets to go around. And then you got the tight end Evan Ingram. You got to get more involved. You went out and spent money on this guy, and people are like. And this is the reason why I'm saying don't take a tight end in the draft. Like you already got these embarrassment of riches at wide receiver that you can't even feed. You're gonna have someone's gonna be left out. I don't know who it's gonna be. I personally think it's gonna be Mims, but it could be Franklin, it could be Pat Bryant. Someone's gonna get left out, and then you still got Evan Ingram. So if you get another tight end that wants the targets too, it's like, dude, you can't feed all these people.
Exactly.
Yes,
it's gonna be too much.
It's a good problem to have all this, all these weapons, but if somebody doesn't get enough targets, they're probably going to get upset because they're not going to be able to show what they can do, and that affects them getting their contracts down the road. So, I just don't see. And then you still got Harvey that's going to want touches on the ball. You got J.K. Dobbins you brought back. Like, I mean, I could be wrong. It might not be Mims. It could be Troy Franklin. But I think one of these receivers is going to be gone before the start of the season. Now. They could keep Mims the entire season and use him and just let him walk next year. But I don't know. I feel like just to do right by Marvin Mims, like, hey, Mims, we're not going to be able to get you enough targets. We got Ingram, Dobbins, Harvey, Sutton, Waddle, Franklin, Pat Bryant. We're not going to be able to get you guys, or we're not going to be able to get you as many targets. So we're going to go ahead and trade you somewhere to where you can get targets and get some money because we're not going to pay you either. And Marvin Mims, it's going to suck, but he might be happy about that. I think Graham posted this. He's like, will Bo Nix allow them to ship Franklin?
No. I think
he's probably going to have a say on that. Yeah, that's something that you can think about. They're going to probably have to ask him.
Absolutely.
He had a say on it when they drafted him. And that to me, like most of the time, like Mohamed, who's Patrick Mahomes' security blanket in Kansas City?
Well, Kelsey.
Absolutely. Yep.
Who is Tom Brady's security blanket in New England?
Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Gronkowski.
Gronk. Yeah, my bad.
Gronkowski. Who's Bo Nix's safety blanket in Denver?
There's a couple of them, in my opinion, but all said and done, Franklin, I think.
Troy Franklin's the main one. Anytime you see Bo Nix go anywhere, like Sutton's like the third down guy. He's a reliable third down guy, but Troy Franklin,
absolutely.
When Bo Nix needs him, he's going to Troy. I mean, I remember watching games last year where Bo Nix was trying to thread it to him when he wasn't even open by Bo. You don't always have to go to Troy.
Yep.
Go somewhere else. But
I mean, that's why he was drafted, honestly, Eddie, because of the connection he had with Bo Nix. So
absolutely, it's flawless. Yes.
And see, that doesn't always work either. Like, also at the same time, it's like it works. I mean, on the field it works, but doesn't mean Troy Franklin's going to be here for the long run. He'll be here for his rookie contract, and after that, they might let him go. I mean, unless Bo Nix is like, you get rid of Sutton, you get rid of Waddle, you're keeping Troy Franklin here. Because that's my guy. That's my security blanket. Because I think they brought him in because Bo Nix wanted him for one, of course, but also it was probably also the fact that Bo Nix was a rookie. It's like, dude, give me my guy to where maybe I can keep that connection from college going and I can develop more properly.
Absolutely.
They can get rid of Troy Franklin, but I don't think Bo Nix is going to allow that to happen. He'll be like, kick Marvin Mims out before you kick Troy Franklin out. That'd probably be what Bo Nix would say. In my honest opinion. He had to make a choice. And they're like, Bo, we got to get rid of one of these guys, Mims or Franklin. Who would you want us to keep? He'd be like, Franklin. 100%. Like, sorry, Marvin, but I want my boy here. So, but that's it for us tonight, guys. We don't have any more comments. Mohamed, any final thoughts? Clayton, any final thoughts before we get out of here tonight?
I'm just I can't wait for the draft, Eddie. It should be very interesting, even though we don't have a pick on the first round, but it's just kind of
Yeah, I
getting
know.
us closer to the season. So yeah. Go ahead, Clay.
Yeah.
I'm actually very honored because I've been on a couple podcasts, but I anything to support Broncos and just talk stuff and kind of just be peoples and talk sports. I'm very honored to have you on the show today. I much appreciate that.
Well, thanks, Clayton.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks,
And then you're welcome. And I think we'll be sitting just pretty. I think in the draft, we'll pick up people we need. I personally think we're going to keep our guys, but we'll see what happens. And I think we're going to have an incredible season.
All right. Well, Clayton, appreciate you coming on tonight, man. Really fun having you.
Oh, absolutely.
That's it for us tonight, guys. We'll be back next week, next Saturday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, next Saturday. So, but that's it for us tonight, guys. And we look forward to the draft. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.